All right, so I just wanted to kind of do a quick rundown of CSS. Again, CSS refers to cascading style sheet. Cascading. And cascading is kind of like a waterfall, right? It goes over the side and then just goes down gradually. And as it does, it touches rocks, and then it touches more rocks. And that's what a cascading style sheet does, is it goes down the style sheet, so it looks at the body and it does what the body wants it to do. And then it goes down to this one and it does what this wants it to do. So, for instance, if I say that I want my whole body to be in the color of red, then it's going to be, but then if it rolls down to H1s and I say H1s are going to be black, even though that H1 is in the body, it cascades down and this one overtakes that one. So the process of a cascade has to do with what's higher takes precedence. But even more so, what's on the actual page takes precedence. So if I had a style section, an internal style sheet up here, and I said H1s are going to be black here, my H1 will be black. But if I go to this H1 and I use an inline style and I say blue, now it's going to be blue because it first looks at the external CSS page, then it looks for any internal style sheet, and then it looks for an inline style. Remember, an inline style is specific to one tag only. So if I add another H1 in here, this one will be following this internal style sheet, this H1, color black. So that's how the cascade works. So, you know, if you know that you're going to want every paragraph to be double spaced, then it makes perfect sense to put your line height in here to 2 so that all paragraphs will be double spaced. But if you only wanted one paragraph to be double spaced, it would make more sense to put it in line as a style attribute. So make sure you understand the difference between that cascade and using external, internal styles in the head and inline styles which are in a specific tag. Again, you have to connect your style sheet or it won't work. And to do that, it's done in the head section using a link tag. The relationship is style sheet. The type is text/CSS. And the href, the hyperlink reference, is just what's it called over there, style.css. And when you connect them, then of course it will work. And why is it a good idea to have an external style sheet? Well, it's powerful because if I have 30 pages over here, I can connect every single one of them with this one thing. And then every single one of them can have a red body, for example. And I don't have to go through and do that on a bunch of different pages. So that's the power in a style sheet. And you can have multiple style sheets even as well. But it's important just to remember that keeping this separate also keeps it super clean. You know, it's a lot better than every time I turn around having one of these. You know, if I'm doing this to multiple tags, it's just more places I can make a mistake. I can forget a semicolon, I can forget a quotation mark, and then my whole page is going to break. So having them all in one central location is nice just because it's more user-friendly as far as less error. But the bigger power in it is that you can connect multiple pages to it without having to do redundant work. So just remember that.